Welcome viewers. Taking care of the planet and our people have become an imperative for all of us. Organizations are reacting and responding to this change. ESG is employed as a strategy now to navigate this journey. How should organizations rethink, reconfigure, and reinvent to embark on this ESG journey? To discuss this and to learn more, we have with us my colleague Sambitosh Mohapatra, or Sam. Welcome, Sam. So, Sam, as I connect with my clients, I can see an overwhelming interest right now around ESG. It is driving the board agenda. CXOs are getting anxious, curious, and enthusiastic. So, what has led to this sudden surge in interest in the last 1 year on this topic?
It is driven by the large wealth providers, but it has now been taken over by a lot of stakeholders. And the stakeholders, when I mean, it is customers, regulators, government, who are asking similar questions to the corporates. And the corporates have to respond to the stakeholders. Why are you in business? Who are you as a company? So it is also about how do you change your business model to respond to the societal needs? Who do you report to? How do you engage with your stakeholders, including the community? The muted elements of ESG, be it on gender, diversity, inclusion, and shared prosperity, are coming to fore, and rightfully so.
How are governments and regulators driving this agenda forward? Are there any specific sectors or client segments which are being more responsive than others?
Governments, regulators are tightening the reporting norms. The SEBI has just come out with the BRSR, which mandates the top 1,000 listed companies to voluntarily report their sustainability initiatives this year, and next year onwards mandatorily to do. Financial investors are driving the change, as we rightly discussed, by incorporating ESG concerns in their decision making. We also see that the energy giants are embarking on a large energy transition programs backed by renewables, hydrogen, and optimally utilizing resources. We also see sectors like pharma, automotive, or consumer industries are at the forefront of these conversations, where they are wanting to use this opportunity to do a strategy to transformation conversation because of the kind of customers that they have, the geographies that they operate in, or the value chain that they are a part of. I think it is also led by family-owned businesses who want to leave a legacy and build long-term sustainable value. We also see professionally managed large corporate houses responding to this positively. The startups and unicorns, which have gained in valuation, are looking at ESG as a measure to reorient and reimagine their business to enhance the valuation gain.
So, what are some of the key challenges and opportunities in a developing nation like India? Is ESG a realistic agenda to embark on for organizations apart from compliance?
When these ESG as an agenda comes on the board, CXOs, I think fantastic conversations. Right? They are engaging, they understand what to do. But when you take it down to the operational level, and we struggle to take the conversation forward because the conversation is all about short-term loss in margins, cost pressures, stranded assets, right? And access to sustainable finance, technology. I think that somehow clouds judgment and makes certain decisions which are more short-term in nature. Let me be candid with you. The multiplicity of rating agencies, the measurement parameters, and the complex information requirements only add to the complexity. They are doing the minimum to ensure that the value is preserved. They are doing the minimum so that the investor concerns are addressed. And if there is a new sprint which has come, they want to address that. So, Arnab, what do you say to the board, CXOs, and CEOs who are worried that the ESG transformation will take away certain bandwidth and disrupt the digital transformation journey?
So, corporates, I think, should view ESG as an opportunity and proactively lay down the foundations for future transformations or value creation. And they have to integrate it with their digital transformation agenda. It has to be taken up holistically. And we need to have organizations rethink business from the inside. Success is not defined by financials alone, but by how well a business is preparing for or adapting to tomorrow's realities. And we cannot ignore climate anymore. Anchoring it on a purpose continuously innovating internally to inspire and lead change externally will become the key. And I think corporates should also explore proven tactics and smarter technologies to identify, measure, and make business accountable to ESG thoughts and principles. So, if we were to handhold a client through this ESG journey, where does one start? And are there any clear outcomes that the organizations or corporates are driving towards as they embark on this journey?
All the conversations which are happening with the clients today are with very clear outcomes defined, right? Be it improvements in rating, enhancement of value, attracting and managing talent, access to sustainable finance, or better community engagement in terms of people, vendors, and measurement and reporting. A normal client conversation has about, I would say, if somebody is keen on the full strategy to transformation, it's about 4 stages. In which sector are you operating? What part of supply chain are you there? What is your financial need? Which geography are you operational in? Now, that defines the kind of reporting frameworks that you should adopt. That's the initial, first foundational block. Now, the second block as we go is about evolving a vision and a target picture for the company. Now, you understand what is possible in the ESG ecosystem in terms of technology, finance, everything. You conduct an assessment of status quo. You benchmark with your peers and with the best in global. And post which it is reimagining your business models, right, on what is possible. And that helps you in setting an ambition and target. Not setting an ambition, I think, completely derails a company and the goal in the ESG framework. Now, once you have set out an ambition, a target, and you have embedded the KPIs in your people, in your businesses, now the third stage is about transformation, which is about identifying a set of initiatives, prioritizing them, and then taking certain tasks to ensure that you have internal capacity to do those transformation agenda. That is fine. Otherwise, take help. And then ensuring that those initiatives are implemented across, and this would constitute all the normal, right? The governance, the organization design and structure, the culture, the business process, the controls, and do understand that for making it sustainable, it requires technology background. Please report, please measure all that you have done, please report all that you have done, not only to your regulators, governments, but all your stakeholders. Now that becomes key in ensuring the communication strategies. It is an iterative process where you identify certain initiatives and you have to continuously improve and scale it up. That would make somebody to take advantage of ESG and reimagine the company and the business models to create sustainable long-term value.
Great insight, Sam. So as organizations rethink, reconfigure, and reinvent, ESG will become the new normal, moving through the phases of value protection through value creation over the next decade. The time to embark upon this transformation is now, and we have to set bold ambitions, develop a tangible, practical plan with measurable initiatives, and committing time and resources. So, dear viewers, hope you found this discussion informative and interesting. We will be back soon with another relevant topic. Until then, take care and stay safe.